Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the improv portion of the show. I have the great honor of introducing your varsity improv captains. Can I get a big round of applause for Andrew Morse? Andrew,
Hi.
What is your favorite pair of pants?
I got to go with a nice pair of slacks.
Pair of slacks.
Yeah.
That's good. That's excellent. It can be very versatile, used in any sort of situation. Thank you very much, Andrew. And our other varsity improv captain, Tim. Tim, why don't you tell me 3 things that you wish you were doing right now?
I wish I was snowboarding. I wish I was not in my basement, and I wish I was eating.
Excellent variety there. Why don't you guys introduce the rest of the team?
First up, we have Eli. Eli, what is one thing that you wish you could smell?
Well, I would probably want to smell books.
Good answer.
Like every book's got to have like a different smell.
Emmanuel, what is your favorite type of tree?
A solid oak. I love a good oak tree.
Choice.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Evan. Evan, if you could be under 4 feet tall, how tall would you be?
Good question. I'd be as small as possible.
All right.
Ant-Man size.
Francesco, when are you planning on cutting your hair?
Never. It's going to grow out until I can walk outside without wearing any clothes.
Jason, what's your favorite knock-knock joke?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange. No, banana. Sorry.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana. See, it's fine.
Oh.
Logan, who in your family is driving you most insane right now?
I'm gonna have to go with the classic. My mom.
Of course.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Steven. Steven, if you could eat one family member, who would you eat?
Definitely my brother.
All right, good answer.
And finally, we have Mr. McCubbin. Mr. McCubbin, what is your favorite percent of milk?
0%. I like the very skim milk. I like it to be slightly colored water is what I like.
Awesome.
Good answers.
Friends, family, and those who are just stopping by, it's time for our first game. Our first game is a take on the traditional game Pan Left. We're going to call it channel surfing, patent pending. I love this game because we get to see not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 different scenes. In a moment, you will see your screen divided into 4 quarters with a different member of Varsity Improv in each quarter. The 2 players at the top will be playing a scene on channel 1. The 2 players on the right will be playing a scene on channel 2. The 2 players at the bottom will be on channel 3, and the 2 players on the left will be on channel 4. Each channel will be playing a different scene based on your suggestions. Periodically, Tim, as your host and Varsity Improv captain, will change channels. He'll just type into the chat, channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, or maybe even just 4, 3, 2, or 1. And then we will surf to that channel and we'll meet a scene that is already in progress. Generally a little bit forward in time than the last scene that we saw or the last time we were on that channel. Can I ask everybody who was chosen for this game to turn their cameras on, please? And one more. Awesome. Perfect. All right. So we see at the top here on channel 1, we have Andrew and Eli. On channel 2, we have Eli and Evan. On channel 3, we have Evan and Eman. And on channel 4, we have Eman and Andrew. Can we get a couple of suggestions? The first suggestion, Andrew, why don't you ask for a suggestion in the chat?
Can we get a suggestion for a relationship in the chat? Neighbors.
Excellent.
I like that.
Neighbors. Eli, can you get a suggestion, please?
Can we get a suggestion for an object? All right, vase it is.
Excellent.
Or vase, I don't know how you say it.
Evan, can you get a suggestion for your scene with Eli?
Could I get a suggestion for a job? Mailman.
Awesome.
it is.
And finally, Emmanuel, can you get a suggestion for your scene with Evan?
Can I get a suggestion for a location? We'll go with the cemetery.
Awesome. And I'm going to get a suggestion for E-Man and Andrew. Can I get a suggestion for something you save up to buy? Let's go with piano. So piano will be your suggestion. Excellent. Tim, are you ready to call? Awesome. We are going to start with scene. Let's just recap the suggestions. So Andrew and Eli, yours is?
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
We are neighbors.
Excellent. Eli and Evan?
We are. We have a vase or vase.
Evan and E-Man?
We're going to mean a cemetery.
Excellent. And E-Man and Andrew?
A piano.
Awesome. It's very complicated. Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Hey there, neighbor. How's your fence looking? Oh, you're deaf? Darn. You're also mute. Wow, that we got a real Helen Keller situation going on next door. Oh my God, it's a miracle. You can talk.
I'm not very adept with technology. It's my first time using a computer.
Wow. Yeah. Well, you got it working.
I mean, I think you're George, right? My neighbor, yeah.
Yep. Paul George. That's my name.
Paul George. I love that name. I love it.
So do I.
So I was thinking, can I borrow a cup of sugar?
Cup of sugar. Can I ask what you need it for?
All right, Sir Evan. I have this very old vase, and I'm trying to.
How much?
Wait, do you say vase or vase?
How much? It's actually vase, I believe.
Vase is in like
French
boss,
pronunciation from Paris, I believe. Huh?
Where'd you learn this?
In my basement on the internet. Yeah.
Like a Wikipedia kind of thing, or?
No, it's actually like a spin-off. Wikipedia, actually. I don't know how reliable it is.
Yeah.
But vase seems to be the pronunciation. But anyway, back to the vase. 1,500, no higher, no lower. What do you think?
I'm trying to provide for my family here, so I'm gonna have to say like 1,600. Take it or leave it.
1,550.
1,575.
Let's do some math here.
Now this is a great day for a walk in the cemetery. Just a joyous occasion to be here on such a beautiful
Why'd you
day.
bring a shovel to the cemetery?
Well, I got a few things to check off my to-do list, so I'd appreciate if you let me myself. Thank you.
Alrighty. Not gonna question that.
Well, who doesn't bring a shovel to the cemetery in case something, pops up?
Well, I understand that. I just don't understand why I have to have a burlap sack along with your shovel.
And
That's the one thing I don't understand.
Ask what was in said burlap sack, because that's personal to me. Thank you. Okay.
That's fair. You're right. I shouldn't have intrigued.
Yep. I saved up 18 years of my life for that piano right there.
18 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been interested in grand pianos?
About 7 years. So,
7 years. Oh, but you were saving for 18?
Well, I knew I had to save for something, and I just one day I saw a piano walking by Costco, and I knew it right there. Grand piano.
Costco pianos
Yep.
are pianos.
Well, it does cost $23, so
Wow.
I'd like to go back. Yeah.
And you've been saving for 18 years?
Well, times are dry right now. The depression just happened, and I've got a solid $7 in my bank account. So
Times are tough in 1935. Yep.
Whoa, come on.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Oh, my bad. Oh, wow. January.
If I describe to you this piano, you'll lose it. You'll lose it.
Try me.
It almost has 4 whole legs to stand on. Almost.
How many does it have?
3.5. We'll get into the 4th.
3.5.
Well, that's why it's such a great price if you think about it.
Yeah, most pianos don't have that. So what do you need the sugar for?
Well, I'm baking a cake.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's my niece's birthday next
Mhm.
weekend,
hmm
and I'm trying to make it special for her.
Yeah, I
She
think
doesn't-
I think I think
Sorry,
we
go
can work something out. Yeah, because I'm a big fan of cake personally. I don't know about you. I just adore cake.
Just so you know, this isn't for you. I'm not making a cake for you.
No, I'm just a cake enthusiast. If I just knowing it exists makes me happy.
I'm
You could
sorry.
actually
When?
just knowing that it exists.
When did I ask?
Oh.
Sir,
I thought we were.
I just want a cup of.
Well, I feel like I'm getting all the questions here. How about I ask you? What's in your ginormous garbage bag strapped to your shoulder?
You do not want to know. Also, do not question the liquid, the red liquid that's dripping out of the bag. Unrelated, but yeah. So, what's up with that? What's up with that burlap sack again, though?
Okay, well, hold on for me for a second. I was gonna ask about the liquid. It's the odor that's inside my nostrils that's making me stop breathing that I gotta ask about because
I believe it's Kool-Aid.
we crossed a child about 4 kilometers ago and he just started crying. So
Well, I mean, he was alone the whole time. Definitely wasn't with his parent. That's still alive. So
when I do get this piano and you come to my house for dinner and I play for you, you may shed a tear.
I mean, it's very presumptuous of you to assume that you would have your piano salesman over for dinner. I could be a serial killer for all you know.
I thought you were going to give me a bargain, serial killer or not. I would have been fine with it.
I mean, I'm sure we can work something out.
Well, we all know that the base price is 23, and you know my starting point. So connect the dots.
$3. Take it or leave it.
Well, don't get hasty here.
So bring me back to the origins of the vase. How far back does this go? I can't exactly hear you. Oh well. So what I'm thinking is when you buy a car, immediately 30% bow, or was it 70% that it decreases by? So if you bought a vase, say back in 1800s, bought it for $1,000, I can give you 300 right now. I'm gonna assume that's a yes. Okay, you got it sold. 150. 150. Okay. Yeah, 100. $50. Okay, you had me sold. You had me sold.
That was hilarious. Him or her really got themselves out of a lot of interesting situations. Our next game is called Oscar Moment. We all have emotional reactions to things. Certain things just make us smile or give us the chills or make us fly off the handle. It can be something as big as our internet connection being slow or as small as COVID. Our next game taps into those emotions. We call it Oscar Moment. And and it's a great game for reminding us that anything can provoke an emotional reaction. We start off with two improvisers acting out a scene. At some point, I will, as the host, type into the chat Oscar moment. At that point, the last player to speak will engage in a heart-wrenching, emotional monologue on the subject of the last thing they said, whether that be nailing their hand to the ground or the sky is blue. They will deliver an Oscar-worthy performance. There may even be tears. We're going to take a suggestion from the Google Doc for suggestion for scenes, but can I ask our two performers to turn on their microphones and their video, please? Excellent. All right. So we're going to take a suggestion from the Google Doc that we sent around earlier for the first line of a movie or a song. Okay. And we're going to take My Boy's Wicked Smart. Your scene has to start with the line, My Boy's Wicked Smart. On your marks, get set.
And I kid you not, the guy says to him, my boy's wicked smart, as they walk out of the bar. And that, I know, right? It's crazy. He blew away the scene. This economics douche, he's gone. He's done with his social reputation, and they just walk out of the bar, and they're just some hooligans in the middle of the night, and wherever they are. It's an amazing movie.
This is the true story.
Yeah, true story, 100% true. I tell you, man, some good will hunting.
Hey, let me tell you something. Last weekend, I went to a bar with my dog, normal activities, and I was sitting out. I looked at my dog, look over across the bar. There's someone yelling at somebody, my boy's wicked smart.
No way.
And he threw an apple right at the bartender's head. Well, he missed the bartender, and all the glass behind him shattered. But, that's got to happen sometimes.
That is, I think the movie predicted that,
Well, yeah. Well, in the movie, there was less collateral damage, but it still happened. Like I was saying, this bar is just, it was packed to the brim. We're in there like sardines. I couldn't move without slapping someone in the face. I walked down the aisle of the bar, and I turn around, boom, I knock someone out on the floor. There's blood everywhere. Good thing is, no one sees me, so it's fine. I turn around with it, Tim, that child. He's sitting there laughing at me, recording the whole thing. So what do? Naturally, I take his phone and I snap it right over my kneecap. And now I owe him $1,600. But, that's side life. By the way, Tim, did you get the check for the $1,600?
It's okay. It's an honest mistake. It happens to everyone. Just make sure you get it back to me before the end of the week, or I'll have to call the authorities on you.
Well,
that would be
it, but I am in crippling debt right now. So if there's any leak on this, I'd appreciate that.
I trust you. You'll make it happen, right? And if you don't, it's okay. You can just
break a few more thumbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because why not? Yeah.
Why not? Just a couple more grand. We'll throw it on there. It'll be great. And that's the funny thing, In life, you're always owing somebody. You're owing your boss. You're owing your mom. You're owing the funeral service. It never ends, And it's the eternal cycle. That's what it really is. It's our instinct to get somebody to owe us. That is what it means to be human. It's what brings us together. It's what draws rivalries. It's this beautiful thing. And $1,600 is just part of it. Maybe $1,700 by the end of the week. We'll see, but it's truly is just part of life.
You know what? Now that I think about it and reflect on my actions, I think you were totally in the wrong. You should have been aware of my fist.